Okay, summary of the trading day on the 21st of April. I started by analyzing the chart, beginning with the daily chart, the 15-minute chart, and the 5-minute chart. I'm marking areas, indicating a liquidity zone here, and in blue, I have marked a gap. Oh, the trading actually started. I see that we are indeed being halted at the upper line I marked. I switch to comparing the ES to the Nasdaq, and I notice, pay attention, in the lower chart, the ES, notice how strongly it is dropping compared to the Nasdaq in the upper chart, which is not managing to drop and is even trying to rise. So I concluded from this that either we are heading for a decline because the ES will pull the Nasdaq down, or the Nasdaq will manage to pull the ES up. But once I started to see that the ES was indeed breaking lows and moving down, and also dropping below its S3, I realized that it was probably much stronger, and we likely want to cause the Nasdaq to drop as well. And that's how I acted, essentially. So the moment I saw the Nasdaq also starting to drop and go down with it, I entered with a small amount, 2 micro contracts, and told myself that if it goes up, I will strengthen. And essentially, I'm trying to capture the movement down to the lower liquidity area. Oh, I see that we're starting to get some support both in the ES and the Nasdaq, and that's something that slightly deters me. But it's okay, I really strengthen at the 30 average, as I wanted from the start. Oh, strengthening with 2 more micros. And letting it continue to work. Setting a stop, of course, I always set a stop for safety. Oh, moving it closer. I can also move it further away if necessary. I just place it for safety so that I don't get a very strong jump, as you will soon see actually happened. Oh, so we're starting to kind of fight with the lift, going down, going up, but I don't like that big tail that formed there. I think it will be difficult for us to break it, and therefore I decide first of all to exit with 2 at my entry point more or less, so as not to lose, to reach a situation where I risk as little as possible until the deal actually feels a bit safer to me. Oh, and indeed I wait and wait. And I see that it takes those 2 from me. Excellent, I will lower the stop, reduce it to 2 contracts. And I still don't quite trust the deal. I'm not so sure that we will really manage to break this big tail that we created. And because of that, I just tell myself it's a shame to turn a profitable deal, even though it's slightly profitable. But it's a shame to turn it into a losing deal. I don't like that. I always like to make as many deals as possible that turn out profitable for me, even if they are slightly profitable. And I decide to move the stop forward, to take 1 out first of all. And for the last one, I move the stop to the entry point area. And actually I might have choked it too much because really, within a second and a quarter, it got me out of this deal. And that was the first deal we made there, about $50 times the 3 accounts. And we continue. The chart proved to me again that it wants to go down. I had a very strong drop downwards, entered with 4 contracts, 4 micro, trying to aim again for the lower liquidity area, with my first target being around the S3 area. I always place a stop there for safety. And notice what happens, what I always am cautious of and want to avoid, and this is essentially the reason I always place a stop, even if I am, in terms of wanting to hold the position longer and give it more room. And then suddenly, all at once, boom, I had such a jump that took me out of the game, took me out with a stop, and put me in a situation where I lost more or less $200 on each account, which means a loss of $600. After I saw 3 tails on the average, here 30, I saw that we weren't really managing to go down. I saw a pilot that kept going down and continued to break lows, so I told myself, enough, that's it. We're probably going to go down. Also, notice the MACD going down. The momentum was very, very, very strong. I felt that this is it. We really want to go down. I felt that this is it. We're really going to go down. And I decided to start holding the trade to see how we develop. I set a stop. That was probably reasonable, and there was a chance I would end my day with a loss of around 300. The moment we go down, I come in and strengthen with 4 more contracts. I am now already with 8 micro contracts. I naturally increase the stop to 8, tighten it because now I am at a higher risk, and let it try to work to go down. When I see that we are not succeeding so much, notice we have a lot of tails. It makes me a bit nervous. I don't want to get burned here by the stop. It's a shame for this trade, especially since this trade is in some way also partially profitable at times. I think the strengthening I did might not have been so good, but the moment we start to go down a bit, I actually release 3%, remain with 5%, and of course adjust the stop to 5%, bringing the stop to the entry point. and let it continue to run downwards, releasing a little more and a little more. Each time as needed, pay attention to this. Of 3% around the S3 area. I took out another one because I already felt that we were going to exit at the entrance at the stop, so I preferred to exit with another one at a slightly smaller gap, larger than the... Meanwhile, I'm looking at my P&L and I see that from minus 200 I'm already starting to be in the plus 100, plus 150. And actually I like what I see, so I decide to release some goods along the way. I stayed with the last two contracts, the last two micro contracts, where I will try to release one of them around the lower trend line as soon as we touch it, because I anticipate that we might have strong support there. We are trying to get there, trying to break the S3. At this stage, the yes has already broken its S3 a while ago, and the yes is just going down. And indeed, because of this, it also makes me believe in this trade much more clearly. And I see that it's fighting, and oops, I've already gotten closer to it. I said, come on, these 2 more points won't kill me. Let's get out with this one for a moment. Let's manage the last one that's left. We'll try to guide it towards the 800 area, a round number. And of course, advanced stops. I'm not willing for this trade to go up now and cause me a loss. I don't mind that it's already just one contract. I don't mind if it takes me out with the advanced stop, but I see its negative momentum and I decide to just start advancing stops with it and choke it, essentially extracting as much as possible from this trade. A little more and a little more, another 5 points, another 10 points. What's wrong with that? It's also multiplied by 3 accounts. It's much nicer because earning $50 on 3 accounts is already $150, and it's not like just one account. And indeed, it goes down, breaks, continues to go down, keeps going down. At this stage, I'm already thinking maybe I should move the target further away. Yeah? And I tried to move the target, but I didn't succeed, or it caught me, unfortunately. But okay, my total results are $1,080. Everything is implemented live, of course. And come on, if you like this method that I show like this and not my full trading session, write to me. Why? I don't promise that I will continue to do it because it's not easy. I'll tell you the truth, it requires some editing and such, and I also don't want to start spending loads of money on sending it for editing every time. I edit these things myself. It's also fun. I'm practicing editing a bit, maybe for when I edit videos instead of being a mortgage advisor or a stock market renter. So if you liked it, give a like, support, follow. If you're buying Apex exams, I would really appreciate it if you use my code HUNTER at Apex or Bulenox. It will always give you the highest discount, and it's on the house.